Hi, I'm at the New Orleans Investment Conference, and I'm with Kerry Stevenson. And Kerry is from Australia, where all of those lines have been forming to buy gold and silver. So tell us about it.
Well, that was a bit crazy, quite frankly, Mike. And, thanks for having me. I found it fascinating that those people that were lining up to purchase gold at $4,300 an ounce, which was over 6,000 Aussie, weren't interested when it was 1,800 or 1,900. But suddenly they get a bit hysterical and line up around the block to buy the gold. And I asked some of them, I said, why are you buying the gold? Oh, because the mainstream media told them to. So that to me is not a reason to purchase precious metals. You and I both know that precious metals is money and everything else is credit. So people shouldn't be just, I don't know, going all in and selling their house and their children to buy gold or silver at this point in time. But what they should be doing is using it as a store of value over time, insurance as you like. So I found it quite amusing to see the queues forming. I think they've stopped now because the price has pulled back a little bit. Not much, just a little.
Right, they always buy at the wrong time. They're going to buy as they chase price,
Yep.
and then when the opportunity comes to buy at a lower price, they don't.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's what I find amusing as well. It's like they'll go to a department store and see shoes on sale and go hysterical for that. But when precious metals are on sale, they ignore it. It's psychology of people.
Yeah, it's crazy. So tell us about your website, your YouTube channel, and what you do in Australia.
Well, I've been running the Australian Gold Conference now for 15 years. So do you know when we got to the top of the market, Mike, in 2011, and the Australian dollar was parity with the US dollar? And I think the gold price was about 1940, 1950. That was when I started the Australian Gold Conference. And then after that, of course, we had that big sideways trend and nothing much was happening. And now it's 15 years later, I'm still doing it. It's every October in Sydney. And then I do one on the Gold Coast called Gold Coast Gold, because that gold lady on the Gold Coast runs a gold conference. So I'm passionate about educating people about why they need to understand. It's like your books, which I love. I've got all your books, and it's educating people, and that's the passion I think we both have, about why they need to move away from fiat currency, which always fails, and move into true money, which is gold and silver.
Yeah, you had, what was it that your T-shirt said yesterday? Because you're toned down actually a little today.
I'm so toned down
We
today.
shot a video yesterday, but the sound didn't come out that great, and so we're redoing it today.
I'm
But
totally toned down today.
was it "Stay Calm" by Gold?
Keep calm and buy gold. And I want to get a new one which will say, keep calm and buy gold or silver.
Excellent. Yes, don't forget silver. It's
Yeah.
going to outperform gold. If you want more ounces of gold, buy silver today and swap your silver for gold tomorrow.
And that's what I've done recently. And again, I say to people, you know, you've got to do something. You've got to take action, because most people are trusting the fiat currency. They're trusting the banks. They're trusting what they see on their phone in digits, and they have no understanding of why that value is going to be there in the future. And that's what I see. And I show them. I go, here's data going back 20 years. Does what it always does. And we both know that inflation, the genie inflation, is out of the bottle. It ain't going back anytime soon.
Right. You know, I just got off stage a few minutes ago, and I showed a chart of gold and then flipped it upside down and showed the value of the dollar as measured by gold. And it's really trying to stay ahead of the devaluation of the fiat currencies, especially during this period of time when governments seem to have gone totally insane. The national debts around the world are just exploding.
Well, not only are they exploding, but governments can't help themselves, because the only thing they want is they want to stay in power. And the only way to stay in power is to continue the printing presses, or as they like to say it, QE 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
into infinity and beyond. QE was just a fancy way of saying we're going to print more money. They're going to do it again because they need to stay in power, and they need to keep the people quiet. And how do you keep the people quiet? You keep handing the candy out, and the candy is the fiat currency.
Right, yeah, you promise them a bunch of free stuff, but that stuff doesn't end up being free in the end.
That's right. And the other thing, I mean, where I live on the Gold Coast, they've recently came up with something called a view tax.
Oh.
There are going to be taxes which we will scratch our heads and say, what the heck is that all about? But it's the only way governments can stay in power. Increase the taxes, continue to print the money, stay in power.
Yeah, so this is a tax. The higher the floor you're on, if you're in a high-rise building, you pay more and more tax for the great view that you're going to get.
Even if you don't have a view, it's just the floor you're on. So who knows what's going to happen next, Mike, but to me, it beggars belief what they're going to come up with next. And there's a great YouTube video, I can't remember where it was, where these two guys were discussing, oh, what tax should we do now? What about a view? No, we've already done that tax. Oh, no, we've already done that tax. They're trying to come up with what's the new one that we can come up with out of our, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's such a shame, the direction that the world is going, and the only way that I can think of to protect yourself from all of this government insanity is precious metals. I want to thank you for watching, and thank you very much for this. Tell us your website again.
Yeah.
And
So goldevents.com.au, goldevents.com.au, but I also have a YouTube channel called Making Money Matter.
Making Money Matter.
We'll get you on there very soon.
Yeah, this is money, not national fiat currency.
Yeah, correct. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and we'll see you next time.